What up, people? We are here on a Saturday night.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Howdy, how.
How was everyone's night doing? Patty Petite Tanks, first one in here. And this is not a regular Saturday thing. This is every other Saturday. When game night on Brennan's channel is not going. Yellowstone Aquatics, what's going on? Skydancer, Mark Sturlson, Liquid Rock Aquatics, what's up? Fingered the like button like prom night. Hell yeah. Don't forget to hit that like button, people.
Makes me happy I didn't go to prom night.
So I didn't really have a freaking topic again, but you know, we can still talk fish and talk to the chat and whatnot. I can still show you some fish tanks.
I'm mostly here to monitor chat, so.
Monitor chat and be pretty.
Jen.
I don't.
Jen.
It'll pop up here in a little bit. What is the strangest food you have used in the fish tanks?
Live guppy fry.
Well, no, we pulled out whole ass centipedes and we fed them to our bass.
True.
We would feed centipedes to our bass.
Whatever the fuck crawled in our backyard when I went digging went into the tank when we had a bass, couple of sunfish,
perch and a catfish.
Yep. And that catfish, I shit you not, lived from this fucking big. I caught him in my bare hands, put him in a water bottle, and carried him home. He lived for almost around
a year,
and then we put him into a tub outside, and Ian decided not to lock it like I told him to.
I forgot to lock it.
And not the catfish, the raccoons came and ate him.
Yep.
Deepest depressions. His name was Shadow. He was chunky and beautiful, and he lived with cherry shrimp and guppies.
When he was this big. When he started getting to that like 3-inch size, that's when I was like, all right, you're going to go live with the other native fish. You're big enough that the bass won't eat you.
Craig doesn't know my name.
Craig, this is Kat, my girlfriend.
Hello. I'm the crazy bitch that gets drunk.
What about you guys? What have you guys fed your fish? What is some strange foods? At the fish store, somebody told me that they fed hamburger to their Oscars. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wow.
No, that wasn't at the fish store.
Yeah, that was at the fish store.
No, that was at the club. Somebody fed their Oscar regularly whatever they were eating, because whenever they were eating, they'd walk past their Oscar tank and their Oscar would be like, oh, what's going on? And so they'd feed it whatever the fuck they were eating, like hamburger, hot dogs. It doesn't fucking matter. I only remember that because I was in pure and utter fucking shock.
Jen, sorry. Didn't see
I tried to tell you.
Ethan, Glassbox Swimmers, what's going on? Pumpkin Snello for your tanks. They would definitely like that. Pumpkin is loved by all snails. And plecos. Plecos really like pumpkin too.
I wonder if I still have that vacuum sealed bag of pumpkin puree that I made.
Probably do.
I don't know. I might have used it.
We got pumpkin pellets around here somewhere.
Right there.
Yeah, over there. But you guys know how I said I was gonna wait and get a new fish for the saltwater tank? Well, I got a new fish for the saltwater tank.
His name is Sailor.
It's a firefish, and he's super cute.
Not gonna lie, he got a tiny bit fucked up when we first put him in. But our clownfish, as far as I know, I don't think have really ever been with other fish than themselves.
Yep.
And since they're a breeding pair, they're kind of, ornery. And so they kind of fucked him up just a wee bit.
Yeah, they had to show him who's boss. But now he's out swimming around and doing firefish things. He comes out when you put your finger up to the glass, and I'm like, oh, cool.
We got him from Petco, so obviously, he's used to children and shit coming up and like aggressively fucking tapping on the tank. And we got the biggest one that was in the tank, so clearly he had been there for a minute.
Didn't have the bell on. Yeah, I sometimes will click the bell, but you gotta double click it and make sure you put all, because so it'll just do like some notifications. I've noticed that. You gotta make sure you get all the notifications, unless you don't want all the notifications. Sometimes it gets to a lot. Stephen P 2003. What up, Stefan?
One of my favoriteest people. Once you meet someone in person, it just kind of like completely changes everything. Because I fucking hate people. But you know what? I love Mystery Snail Guardians. I love Stephen P. I love Alex.
Yep, Alex is really cool.
But I'm also very picky. What's Kat's favorite fish?
Yeah, what's your favorite fish?
Fuck!
It would have to be between, I don't know. You have quite a few.
So that's a really hard choice because I have a few different types of Synodontis catfish, but I also have bichers. Like certain bichers I really love. I have my certain killies not killies, loaches that I really love. Fuck. Big fish wise, I think the gold dust bicher that we got from a different hobbyist. I love him. I love my blind bicher. He has a special place in my heart, but I think out of all of them, honey mustard, my Synodontis.
Yep, it's a mustard Synodontis. I forget the freaking actual name of it.
It's a honey mustard Synodontis. Oh, there goes my phone.
There goes your phone.
That's okay. I'll just pull the other one out of my pocket. But I do have like a hard choice because
the mustard catfish, Synodontis albolineatus.
Although my camel catfish.
Yes, we also have Semidonis camelopardalis. That's a really cool one.
And my
it's so
dwarf
cute.
Sinodonis.
Yep. She also has micro Sinodonis.
And then I also have Valetini Sinodonis.
And Valetini Sinodonis.
Because I fuck with my catfish.
Scuba Steve! Yo, Scuba Steve! Scuba Squad! This came in yesterday, bro. Scuba Squad. Y'all didn't know Scuba Steve got merch. He's got some merch.
I know, now I need one.
Right?
I feel so, like, forgotten about. No, I'm just kidding. But, like, I have so many different shirts from people. But that's because usually when people send shit toward, like, to us, the person that actually receives it would be me.
Yep.
I pick most of our artwork that gets sent. I get to pick most of our shirts. And mugs.
Sheesh. Scuba Squad.
Sheesh.
Right? It's actually pretty nice material, man.
Another cat lover. Oh god. Yes.
Well, the catfish cave. This man Craig, he is breeding some of the coolest catfish. They're plecos. Most of them are plecos and Corydoras, but he does have some other catfish.
Sadness. Scuba, I want to let you know the quality of the like vinyl material that your shirt is printed out of. Fucking chef's kiss. Love that
we
shit.
Still gotta put it through the wash test. That is...
Put it inside out, wash cold, you're fucking fine.
I feel like that was my downfall. With my last shirt that I got.
Well, that's kind of your fault because you just kind of left it in the pile of clothes that's like the mixed pile. If I knew that, you know, it needed to be specifically washed.
Yeah.
What's the size?
Yeah.
I got you, cat. No, you don't have to do that. I was like legitimately 1000% joking.
Hand wash them to last longer. Yep.
Please don't send me anything.
Did I say hi to Crown Tail? I think I missed you, Crown Tail. What's going on, Crown Tail?
You have a fucking Cameo Pro? Oh, I'm so fucking jealous. I really want a silhouette. Because I have practice with the silhouettes, and so I know how to properly use them, change out their blades, and what I like about the silhouettes is you can change their blades out for markers, so you can do like specific intricate like instructions and stuff. And I find that really cool. And I already know the computer programming for all of that. I don't think I've ever shown them any of the shirts that I've made.
I think you have, but it's been a while. I don't even know where they are.
In my room. With all my other shit.
Oh yeah, that's cool, Craig. Yeah, she knows all that stuff. I have no fucking clue. You're lucky you guys got me working a computer to figure out how to stream.
I miss doing all of that stuff.
Yup.
I used to go to libraries and senior citizen centers and teach them how to use it.
He has Belinda on it. Yup. See, cat's on it. It's the way to do it.
I was technically IT certified, so
But are you forklift certified?
I'm knife certified, gun certified,
Certified these nuts.
certified kill a bitch.
Ah.
Oh no, did you leave your other energy drink in the garage?
Yeah, but I think I'm only gonna have one.
That's a first.
I don't want to stay up. Hello. What up, Sage? Hope you're doing good.
Howdy.
But I do have a pretty decent charge on my phone. So while I do, I guess I can take you through the new fish.
You have fun with that, bud.
Okay.
Sage planted flower bulbs today.
Nice. Okay, I should mute that. Okay. That's all there. I'll put that so they should still be able to hear you. All right, there it is. I know it's kind of tough to see with the blue, so I'll have to.
Our glasses are on the jar, aren't they?
Yep, they're right here. Boom. Now you can see.
Just make sure to show them the spooky boy.
Look at this urchin man. Big spiky ball of death.
I love him to death, and his name is Mr. Spook. His mouth is his butthole, and I love him.
Oh.
And that's the anemone.
Yep, so the anemone is two anemones.
He ain't creepy, Sage. I mean, I'm not allowed to put my hand in the water because I will more than likely have a severe reaction. But I love him to death. And I got a mushroom and alveopora.
Yep.
Yes, I got a mushroom and an alveopora. These are all three corals that I have picked out.
There is some algae.
A wee bit of algae.
Oh, dang it! I forgot about the tea bag. Okay, that should be good. I forgot the meat on that side. Oh. All right, that should be better. Sorry about that. The echo was getting pretty bad, I think. Hope he's moving up the rock. Man, I need to clean this glass. Where's the little firefish? Okay, maybe I gotta put some food in there. It is getting pretty late. The lights should be off in about an hour. I think we'll grab the flake food is upstairs. All right, we're back. I also made this lid. It's the Red Sea screen top, and yeah, it's a little wavy in some spots, but I'm gonna redo it. But I did get the fitment pretty good. Ain't nothing jumping out of this. And this just for the overflow wires. And this is it's a 3D printed portal to feed. So pop that off. So I don't have to take it off every time that I want to feed. Oh, that was a little bit. See if he comes back. There he is. And before I forget, pop it back on. Get on there. Man, I hate that the glass is so dirty.
Yep, Peter thing. And yes, we help you learn filter.
Yeah, for some reason it's not picking up as well. It's not really doing shit. Hmm. Doesn't work as good as the glasses, that's for sure. Let me try something. Yeah, I heard. I had to get back in. There we go. Took me a minute. Alright. Sorry. What function do urchins have?
Yes.
They are a cleanup crew. They eat algae and a bunch of other macroalgae and coralline algae, biofilms. They pretty much just go around and cruise the surface and eat things and poop things out the other end that you're seeing right there. That little hole. That's his little butt. So they are venomous. You definitely don't want to get stung by them. I mean, they're not gonna kill you, but it hurts.
I've never seen these guys in a while, but I can do that.
Kenny E, what up? Yeah, I would say my glasses work a hell of a lot better.
Like saltwater circles that they don't have fun.
Yeah, they don't hide for a living. But the blues are on pretty strong at the end of the day, especially the UV spectrum. And the glare sucks. But that Kenya tree is freaking huge, man.
Getting turned off.
Yeah, getting broken off the rock and moved on.
If anybody has salt water in our area, fucking wants it, come get it. If not, clean up and compost. Well, I have no shit to fucking do.
Here's how the 55's doing. Big old Visor. Just cruising along. Waiting to be fed.
I've named that Visor Dan because Dan Kerr goes gold hunting, and he's a gold dust Visor, so his name is Dan.
His name is Dan.
And if anyone has a problem with that, they can fucking fight me. Another husband in chat.
Vinosky Fish Koto, what's going on, man?
I refuse to try and say people's fucking names anymore. That's all I do. I'm just like, there's somebody in chat. I'm not disrespecting you your name by trying to pronounce that.
Fish Dreams.
Howdy!
Hold this up to the front.
Howdy ho!
Oh, I dropped the lid.
Oh, you fucking idiot. Everybody give Ian a slow clap in the chat.
All the fish are fired up. They're like, what's going on? What? What? Man, you wouldn't believe it, but I put a full scoop of duckweed in here today. There ain't a lick of it left.
My friend came over and Ian was like, you wanted to give me some meat? You can definitely also do. I swear to God, Ian turns into a real goddamn child when someone new comes over to look at the tank. I've been friends with this person for damn near a year now, and she has never seen her aquarium. But I shit you not, Ian followed us around every single room. Like, yeah, this is my fish. This is what I do.
This how the fish do.
This is what I do. I am fish. Don't step on them glasses next to your foot there, boy. Aqua Garden Zen.
Aqua Garden Zen, what's going on?
Fish, man.
Oh, and the killifish in here, man. Yep, he's in there. Up at the top. But yeah, I gotta move some fish out of here. A lot of them are getting bigger, so not sure what I'm gonna do about that, but just means more tanks.
I swear to God, you set up one more tank before I set up one of mine.
No, we still gotta set up that 40 breeder first for you.
So, you know.
No, I was gonna show him your catfish since he was out.
What?
Gonna show him your catfish.
Oh, honey mustard?
Yep.
Well, his name is Honey Mustard, but I also call him Big Chungus.
You can see a tail of him.
Sounds not accurate. Is he in his tube?
Yep. Yep.
Come out, little boy. Come on out, little boy.
I bet you if I put some pellets in, he'll come out. Yeah, that one. Those are empty. Waiting for more pellets to come in.
Doesn't sound very empty.
It's the packet.
You're a packet.
The silicone packet that dries things up. I'll wait for him to come out. I guess we can look at the pretty angels. This one right here was sold as a blue angel. Not looking very blue, but he's still pretty. This one's blue. This one, I think his blue is going to come in. But he's still pretty small.
Do I need to grab a carnival pellet out of my stash of carnival pellets?
You might have to.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do that.
See if he's going to come out, huh? I'll feed him a little bit more flake for the angel. He likes his spirulina flake. That's what I like feeding my angel is the spirulina flake and other like brine shrimp flake, krill flake. What brand? It's the Aquanix by Brine Shrimp Direct. This one that we have, and then we also feed. What was the other one we got recently? We got this from the Farrells, Sandy Farrell, Dave Farrell, them over there.
You have a couple of different types.
Yeah. Tsunami Aquatics made in the USA. And then for saltwater, we're doing the Ocean Nutrition.
Left it right off.
Ah, dang it.
Ocean Nutrition primary flake.
Yep.
Smells like fucking steak. Ow, fuck.
Met up with someone from Facebook Marketplace to purchase some red root floaters in Sardinia. It was like a drug deal.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, I know that feeling. What up, George?
Sorry, my catfish really said fuck you. Oh, wait. You might come out.
You might come out.
Then again, you might also say go fuck yourself.
Went to Chester Crisp and lost part of the fish to eat the hell out of it.
Oh, you missed it.
Oh, no. Yeah, this catfish is really cool when he comes out.
He came out, but you missed it.
It's a Synodontis catfish. Mustard Synodontis.
The name is Honey. Honey mustard.
Honey mustard. I don't know why they call it mustard. It's pretty much white and black. And it looks really nice with the stripes. Come out.
Mm-mm.
The world will never know. Oh, oh, oh. No.
There's oodles of noodles.
Yep, there is a noodle in here too.
I don't think he wants to come out.
I don't think so.
He told y'all to go fuck himself.
Oh. There's the rope fish. Alright, I guess I'll come with you.
What?
Guess I'll come with you.
You don't have to.
Yeah, it looks nice from what you can see. Yeah, the one thing about them Synodontises, they love to hide. Our new Camelopardalis Synodontis that we got at Fishtoberfest, that guy I've seen once, maybe twice.
Turkeys.
Yeah. Oh, I locked it.
I'm looking for you.
Alright. Oh. You said it was locked. I'm slow. What is your... Alright, we are back. Ooh, George got new discus.
We're cold, but we're back.
What kind of discus did you get, George?
I bet it's the discusy kind.
See, Glassbox Swimmers got it right. It makes it special when you do see them. Yeah, when we do get to see the catfish, it's really cool when we do get to see them.
Yeah, but that's what makes him special is he only wants to come out and be shown to me and Ian.
I'll try to get a good photo of them. He's getting big. When we got him from Aquatic Arts, he was like barely an inch long. And if you guys haven't ordered from Aquatic Arts, they are like my second go-to for online retail. My first go-to is Dan's Fish, so check out Dan's Fish. If you can. The holidays are a little tough for some people, but
Plus, I don't recommend shopping around this time of year because,
that is true. It's also getting really cold, but
well, no, it's Christmas time, which means all shipping's gonna be delayed.
that is true. Very true.
It might be cold, but shipping delays are gonna be the worst out of any form of temperature because, needless to say, delays cause injuries. I've seen too many incidences of people ordering fish thinking, oh, it's just going to be cold. They'll put heat packs in, but they don't really think about the extended shipping time. And I don't want anybody to risk casualties.
Yeah, most places. I think Dan has even stopped, or he's gonna stop soon.
Yeah, most places stop shipping around like the middle of November.
Oh, I know Peplin and Foxy's fishes they stopped for the year. I know they'll be opening back up soon, but they're breeding up their stuff, so
As far as I know, Dan has stopped shipping too. Dan's fish. From when we were looking on there the other day, it looked like they had either stopped shipping or had a warning on there that if you don't purchase something in a certain amount of time, you might risk having to wait until the beginning of next year to get your shipment. Which, I mean, I would honestly prefer the person shipping something to put a delay on it.
yep.
So that way they don't risk shipping it and having it end up dead when it gets to you.
Or a delay or a refund.
Yeah. But I feel like a lot of places, instead of a refund, since they will be shipping again, they just kind of put a delay on it.
I've been trying to find places that ship saltwater fish, and I've been trying to find captive bred fish the most I can. But a lot of the fish that I want are not captive bred. But a couple of them are, like the Royal Grama Bacillate. I don't know if you guys have looked into those. They're like half purple, half orange, like a Bosemani almost. But they look like a little cichlid almost, like an Apistogramma shape. But Biota in Hawaii is breeding them, and they're not too much for a captive bred one, honestly. Like, I wouldn't mind that. And then there's dragonets. I really want a dragonet.
I don't know why that reminded me we need to get razor blades so I can
Yeah,
get those panels out.
yeah.
We have a 40 breeder that has two panels adhered to the inside with silicone. And I'm gonna be cutting them bitches out so that way I can set it up for my axolotl baby.
Yep.
I have waited 2 years to get an axolotl. Actually, almost 3 years for an axolotl. I finally get my baby.
Yep.
I've gotten my Bisher babies, my catfish babies. There was another one.
Eli bears?
No, not them. uh, Maggoodians. Fucking love Maggoodians because I lost my last ones. The last one that I truthfully care about would be my axolotl. Then I just need my crabs in frog. But I do not want aquatic frog.
Yeah. Yeah, she wants one of them Pac-Man frogs.
I've had one, but he died. But that's okay. I get a new one. My last one's name was Pickles, so this new one's name will be Dill. Dill in remembrance of Pickles.
Take note of it. So I have been looking into making a sort of house water filter for water changes.
Somewhat similar to an ROA unit.
Yeah, but
Cheaper.
yeah, a lot cheaper.
And without having to add that shit into our whole ass water system.
Yeah, it'll just be like a bolt-on to the sink kind of thing. But
Something you can remove and put on when you need it.
yeah, I was thinking a couple sediment blocks and a couple carbon blocks.
Because our TDS is already really low.
Yeah.
So we don't really need no big ass fucking thing.
Yeah, we don't have chloramines or any bad high KH and stuff. We pretty much just got a little bit of chlorine and I don't know what else is in there, but I know I should test it. There ain't much. There's very little GH, very little KH, no nitrates or phosphates. I'm thinking the thing I'm not testing for is silicates. I think there might be silicates in the tap water. But
Ian got me the most prettiest fucking tester.
yes. Ah, there's a good one. Scuba Steve. So what do you all test on your salty tanks? So every week we test salinity, pH, nitrates, phosphates, alkalinity, calcium, and magnesium. RV line filters. Yeah, I was looking into those, but the thing I was looking into is it's not like something in a little housing. It's a removable canister, and all you got to do is buy these cheap. Well, they're not super cheap, but cheap enough replacement blocks.
But it would essentially filter our water without us having to buy a whole ass unit. And then it's also something that's detachable. So when we don't need to use it, we can just put it away like we do with our water change system.
Yeah.
Because we don't want something that we have to literally input into our water system.
Yeah.
Because 2 saltwater tanks does not really equal a fucking almost $300 water fucking.
Well, the cool thing is that I believe it will also take out the chlorine, so we can use it for water changes.
Yeah.
We just gotta probably add some minerals back into it. Yeah, the screws onto a hose. All right, I'll have to look into them. The one I'm looking into is a little bit bigger, and since we have like 329s, 40 breeder, 55, a bunch of 20s and 10s, I figured getting a bigger filter that I'll be able to use more often would be more efficient. We've got an RODI unit. Yeah. That is good. Screen recorded starting your salty adventures. Awesome. Now, when you're starting out, if you just want to keep like soft corals uh, and stuff, like don't worry about keeping stony corals. Just throw some leathers and zoas, mushrooms. Test your nitrates, phosphates, salinity once a week. In your beginning couple of months, test your ammonia and nitrites just in case. And then after that, shit, I'll be good. Gonna do Fowler? No. Fowler's the slowest way to go. The easiest way. Stick some easy corals in there. Let the tank will cycle so much faster if you cycle it with coral first.
Did you tell them that I'm obsessed with every other coral except the kind you like, except for mushrooms?
Yep. Yeah, so the only soft coral she likes are mushrooms. Which is, totally cat.
Mushroom!
I mean, if you want to do Fowler, you can, but for the first year, I treated my tank like a Fowler tank. But I had soft corals in there. And it was really cool. I didn't worry about shit. The corals did their thing. Like, I did a water change, every other month for like the first year.
Yeah.
We barely tested. Like, soft corals are very hardy, and they don't need a lot. Uh, and it adds some life in there. Can't cycle with a dirty old sponge with salt water. Well, you can, the rock work is dirty old sponges, technically. If you could take the rock work from an existing saltwater tank and put it in your new saltwater tank, you won't have to worry about it. Pretty much. It does the same thing as a dirty sponge filter. That's what I did with the Shanna's saltwater fish. I took all their rock work and I put it into my tank, and that pretty much instant cycled it. Tested the ammonia and nitrites for like the first week. Didn't see a thing. Nitrates are chilling at like 1, 2, with a little bit of phosphates in there. So things are looking good. Always thought to add fish first. No, man, that's the old way of thinking. The new way of doing it now, and this is completely anecdotal in how I started my tank. Add the coral first, and they'll they don't need fish. They'll live happily just in a tank photosynthesizing, and they don't really create a whole lot of waste in the beginning. And the rock work that they're attached to, the frag plug that they're attached to, that's going to bring in beneficial bacterias, micro critters that are beneficial for your tank, for your startup. And then after, like, I'd say, I don't know, you could try a few days, a week. You're going to go to bed? Okay. Um, and try a small fish, one fish, test your ammonia, you know, and then just go slow. But yeah, you don't have to wait to add coral, especially if you're doing easy stuff like Kenya tree. That was the first coral I got, was a Kenya tree, and I put it in there, and I still got it, doing really good. It's two Kenya trees now. And while you're in startup and you start to see like little bits of algae and green patches growing on the glass or on the sand and the rock, that's a good time to add a couple of cleanup crew. I recommend one hermit crab per 10 gallons and two snails, small snails, per 10 gallons. They won't be too many mouths that they'll just completely decimate it completely, and it won't be too many poopers creating ammonia. Stephanie, Aquaria Life, Jeff Kane, what's going on? You okay there?
Yeah.
Is poopers a technical term? Yes, everything in a reef is a pooper, technically.
No, they're little shitheads.
Little
the
shitheads.
Fuck you talking about?
No, poopers is a total technical term, scientific term. Yeah, Latin.
How dare you not think of little shitheads as a fucking technical term? That's what I think of 95% of our fish.
It's a 40-gallon tank, 20 gallons. Are you coming downstairs? Okay. Measurements. Windy. Ah, yes. That is going to be a really nice tank to start with, especially for corals. If you stick with nano fish and easy corals, you'll have a grand time in there. And good salt. What salt do you plan to use? Scuba Steve? Exactly. Corals are why you want salt water. Why go through the hassle and the boringness of doing a fish only tank? And Scuba Steve, I will send you. I will drop a link to a podcast I listened to. It completely changed my way of thinking of saltwater tanks, how to start them, and it just makes total sense. Let me find it. Find it. Let me see if I can find it. Yep, both reef supply. Work past 2 weeks, Black Friday, swap your Rockscape, all that good stuff. Procrastinate on. Yeah. All right. So that is a podcast called Reef Therapy. Pretty good. I watched a lot of episodes of it. Uh, Not sure on Salt Brand yet. Gonna check LPS so that I can start to use a brand that saves stuff. Yeah, check your LFS. I use the Red Sea salt. I've heard good things about the Fritz salt and the Instant Ocean. It's also really good. Those can be valid. See if I can fish that. See, the fish are the hard part. The corals are easy. And sadly, reef therapy will no longer be happening because Jake Adams, the guy who was running the podcast, he passed away a month and a half ago. It was like 2 months ago. God. But yeah. You going to bed? All right. I'll give you kisses. I think we have Instant Ocean at the LFS. Yeah. You've seen that Jake Adams guy? Yeah. Like he was all over um like Aquashellas and the shows and stuff, especially around Colorado, Denver, because that's where he was based out at. But he was super avid about freshwater aquariums too. Like he had this gorgeous, like 6 foot, 8 foot, I don't know how big, tank with discus, angels, zebra plecos, rainbow fish. When you go back to his older videos, and like he's making videos about his reef tank, but in the background, like off to the side, you see this rack of 40 breeders just fully planted, full of beautiful fish. Can't really tell what they are, but like that was his thing on the side that he didn't really talk about a whole lot. But he was totally a nerd for freshwater, and like the planted tanks, he really loved the planted tanks and the Latin names. He got just as nerdy with the Latin names. Yep, Ross, saltwater versus freshwater. Yep, him and John with KG did the saltwater versus freshwater thing. I don't know if you guys watched that, but John from KG did why freshwater is better than saltwater, and obviously Jake Adams did why saltwater is better than freshwater. But honestly, I don't think there is one versus the other. I love my freshwater fish just as much as my saltwater fish and corals. And same for the plants. I mean, I'm not totally huge about the plants. Plants are for the fish, but I do love propagating and growing plants. I mean, that's from when I was a weed grower. But the fish are my thing, and the corals are a total new thing I thought I wouldn't get into. Yep. And yes, so Jake Adams, he passed away on a flight to Bali. Um, just all of a sudden, nobody really knows why. I don't even think his body is back in America yet. But yeah, that really sucks because he was a young dude. Scary. But Reef Builders will not end. All right. Evan Montgomery is the cameraman and now like the main dude for Reef Builders. He's doing a great job. I think he's still carrying that torch. He's got big shoes to fill, but he's still making content, and I really like looking forward to seeing what's next. Pig Rich came to save the day. Steph is going to bed. Good night, Steph. Okay. Okay. Is that better? Now we're back. I didn't even show you guys how the flower horn's doing. Here he is. He's getting big. And his little flare stick hates this guy. Chases him all around. It's pretty much how I train him to keep his fins all. He flares his fins all the time, and it's just nice. He's always running around like, Time to feed me. Time to feed me. Yep, now he's like, alright, are you gonna feed me now? Okay, okay, okay. I'll feed him. I like to feed him after doing that. Alright? Look at him. Look at him. Yes, I feed him with a little spoon. Basileers. He's spoiled, this flower horn. He's spoon fed. Did you get them all? That was fast. He's like, you didn't put enough in there. See, I got him some of the Excalibur flower horn pellets. Doesn't touch them. He doesn't touch them. Doesn't want anything to do with them. He wants that Dr. Basileers, bro. He is spoiled for sure. Yeah, spoon fed. Well, I would say it's honestly easier because these bottles are just so small. Like I can't go in there and pinch food out. So I gotta use a little spoon. Luckily it comes with a little spoon. I got a bigger spoon that I feed the festivums with. You guys want to see that? I haven't fed them yet. I fed them duckweed earlier, but they need their pellets. Valentege Opinion Outpost. Hello. Oh, I forgot to put it in solo. Cool. These guys also get Basileers. They get a nice little spoon. And I just kind of dump it in there. A lot of mouths to feed. That should be good. Only Oscars. What's going on, June? Yep, they made quick work of that. Hmm. Let me guess. Everyone else has stopped streaming, and now it's just me. And I feel like I might stop streaming. Maybe. Maybe. Didn't get the notification. Dang it, June. I'm sorry. Duh. I'm muted. You didn't hear a single thing. Hear me now, hopefully. Are you working a different shift? No, I'm still on night shift. Um, it's my weekend though. I'm not working tonight, so I'm free to whatever for a while. But who knows what I'll do? Probably stay up all night and do water changes. Well, probably not because Cat's sleeping. So. Yep, not a word. I was saying if Craig wants to start a stream, or if he is going to stream, I will drop his link. Flower horn looking good? Yeah. You gonna come over here? He's like, no, I'm gonna stay right here. Right here. And this is with his light off. I have the up light on, but when it's on, I see this. Doesn't really reflect much. I think it's too much blue. Too much blue. Nope, he didn't like that. And he might not be paying attention. This might be setting up his new rack. Yup. Well, Craig, if you are listening, Only Oscars did drop your link. I'll keep the light back off just because I don't need it on all the time. There's no plants in there. Obviously, there's algae growing in there. Just checking the CO2 because I didn't do that today. How's it doing? Okay. Yep, seems to be doing all right. Gotta make sure the CO2 turns off when it's supposed to be off, you know? Well, I think I am going to end the stream. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit the bell on Craig Catfish, because he might go live later when his new rack is up, and yeah, you don't want to miss that. Craig is always doing something, and he's got a really nice fish room. Like, I don't have a nice fish room. My fish room is messy, and fish tanks are just kind of thrown in there. He's actually got a fish room, so make sure check that out. All the fireman's dreams seem reddish or red. Have you seen blue ones? No, because the fireman's dream is like a strain. The blue ones they will throw. That's because it's like it's just a different gene pool. Like when you breed guppies, and you'll have like a couple other guppies that look different, you know, it's like that. And they're technically like the ones that they wouldn't sell as fireman's dreams. The ones that are fireman's dreams that have the all red with the spangles and whatever class. I don't know what technically classifies as a fireman's dreams. I know that there's a lot that goes into the fireman's dream. Now, the blue ones that came from a fireman's dream still carry the fireman's dreams gene. So, like, if they were to breed with another fish, the fireman's dream gene could come out, possibly. So it's just like Brennan had a silk flower horn come out of his fireman stream. That's a different strain. That's where it's just all blue and silver. There's no red or the black dots going down it. Still here, mowing. All right, Craig. I was just telling everyone about your stuff. I don't know if you're going to stream later, but if you do, the people will know to go there. Dang it, you better hit that link that June posted. Make sure you know when he's going live. I have a blue with black dashes on the side. Yeah, so that's like, I don't really know what that would be called. I guess like just uh, not really an SRD because SRDs have red too. Super Red Dragon, that's SRD. But it's just different genes out of Fireman's Dream, I guess. So I guess they're still technically a Fireman's Dream. They're just not what someone would sell a high quality Fireman's Dream as. But they still carry the genes. Genetics, right? I'm not a geneticist, but like, yeah. Like when a pair of Fireman's Dream, only a certain number of the spawn are gonna come out actually looking like the parents with the pearls and the red. I know this guy's red isn't really coming out because he's in a big blue tank. I think that's my problem. And the light that I put on here is also pretty blue. So I think ideally, I would move him out into like a bucket, drain the tank out completely, move the tank, scrape the bottom, and repaint it red. That's like what all the you can still see the red on him. Yeah, you can still see the red, but it's not coming out. But he's still young, so that could also be it. But I love that he is just fearless. He's always coming up to the front. His tank is warm. Like when you come up and feel it, it's warm. I think it's at 83. That's what I keep him at. Really red tank. Now I don't want the whole tank red. I still want the back and the sides blue, but the bottom red. That's what I've seen most flower horn keepers do. And from what they're saying, it helps bring out the blues and the reds. Apparently, the reds at the bottom reflect up into the fish. Apparently, you know. I don't know. Right? Isn't it weird how they, like, it's just the bottom is red? And when you go to, like, only Oscars, if you go to 916 Aquatics in Sacramento, that flower horn meetup thing that I was telling you about, all their tanks will be blue. Their flower horn tanks will be blue on the sides and red at the bottom. And they do that for judging when they do competitions. But also, like, they sell flower horns there, and that's how they sell them. And they always look really red. And they always got really pretty pearls. So You didn't notice that? Yeah. I mean, there's a couple videos of their store some people have made, and even on a couple older flower horn shows, and it seems like a really nice, like small knit community. If you were able to go, I hope you had a good time. I said I was gonna go a while ago, and I didn't leave. Flower horns are hard to get in Australia. Yep, I believe it. It's hard to get anything imported into Australia, and that's the only way you can get them is because they're from those countries. I mean, there's some being bred in Australia, but they're breeding the same gene pool over and over again. And with flower horns, that doesn't go far very fast because they are hybrids and they are genetically they are inbred. Uh, so it's with flower horns, it's really good to get um, new imported gene pools. Like this guy, his parents were imported from Thailand, and he was bred in the USA. So that part I like, you know. Rumbles, yep, Rumbles Fish Room. 3G, what's going on? But yeah, the flower horn's doing really good. Seems to be loving the tank, even though it is just a bare, empty tank. It's pretty boring to look at, but he's always cruising around it, pecking at things, and I know he's not hurting himself on stuff. So I don't know, it's weird. He's perfect condition. I want to try to keep him that way. And he might be a she. I'm not sure yet. Not sure yet. Are ya? Are ya? No, I guess I can go 20 minutes longer. We'll go a full 2 hours. Maybe. Like Rumble Flowerhorn Richard. Yep. My favorite look, bare bottom tanks. Yeah. I know some people really like bare bottom tanks. I've always been the deep substrate guy. Like, I'm always preaching deep substrate. I know a lot of other people do too. I think in a normal community tank setting and fish that aren't as prone to injury or sickness, um, then yeah, bare bottom is the way to go. Like if I had to do a discus tank, it would probably be bare bottom. Probably. I don't know. That or just a very fine layer, thin layer of sand. And I keep that tank hot, like 86. I don't even think I would try plants other than like pothos. Pothos roots in it. And then discus can kind of weave in out through it. bare bottom with plants. Yeah, bare bottom with plants is possible. It's more floating plants, or you get some planters and you just plant the plants in those, and then you can just move those around when you get it clean. Yep, Rumble does a Friday night stream. I'll be lurking in those. Sometimes I'll chat, sometimes I don't. I lurk a lot these days. The planter from the co-op works great. Yeah. I'm not even going to try to bother keeping plants in here, except for maybe like an external box sump, like an over the head sump that could have like big plants in it that'll suck up nitrate. But 5 plants that the Oscars haven't killed. Good. And I think Severums are worse than Oscars. My Severum doesn't let anything green live in the tank. Nothing. Blackbeard algae is what I get. Supporting a fellow Aussie. Yup, you gotta support the Aussies. Man, and I'm just jealous of the amount of corals that you guys have over there in Australia. You guys just go pick them off the Great Barrier Reef. Oh, I'm so jealous. And you guys get them so cheap because you don't have to ship them halfway across the world. So jealous. You'd be lucky, Craig, if you were in a saltwater. You're in a good place for it. Yep. You have Barrier Reef. Yep. They've gone up a heap. Yeah, they're going up. They're definitely going up, but they're not. I saw a recent coral show in Australia, and the wholesale prices over there, just for you guys, that doesn't include shipping to us. And that's the thing. Like for us in America, the corals prices right now are pretty much shipping price. You're paying for shipping because of the just straight the size of the box, the weight of the box. It's like hundreds, thousands of dollars now. Haven't decided yet. Hello. He's always right here next to me when I'm by the computer. I've paid more shipping than fish cost. Yep, definitely. Definitely. I've been looking at some coral prices, the coral websites, and some of them have like if you spend such and such, and this is like $150 to like $299, you get free shipping. Right? But some of these frags, like single frags, some of them cost like 50 to $80 a piece for the cheaper ones. And then if you want something that's like a little nicer, they're always 100 plus. And it's like, fuck. Like, I just want to get a nice little meat coral for the bottom of my tank in the new tank, like a tracky or maybe a little button scully or a Welsey. A Welsey would be nice. Craig, figure out how to get me a Welsey. Welsophilia, I think that's what it's called. Look for it. I know, just go down. It's all you gotta do. Got this, Craig. I believe in you. Don't actually do it, Craig. Don't actually do it. Yeah, that's cool. Don't actually do it. I was joking. Cost is based on signing tank drift. That would need over $400. Oof. Your mate has some amazing bits, Ian. Oh, I bet he does, man. You guys are spoiled over there with just the variety and diversity of coral. Only mushroom. That's all right. Give an Audi post, dude. Get it in 2030. Man. For most retail vendors to get a shipment from Australia, it's 2 days, I believe, by air. And most of them do pretty well from what I've seen. Watching like unboxing of stores, and they'll get shipments from Australia, coral shipments. They'll be like 2 days in the mail, and they might have 2-3 DOAs out of like 150 coral. And apparently it's really, really difficult to buy corals from Australia because you got to go through like CITES and all this paperwork and hoo-ha to get a piece of the Great Barrier Reef, which I think is fairly so, because if we just keep taking from the Great Barrier Reef and not bearing it no mind or respect, there ain't gonna be no Great Barrier Reef. You just keep taking. And this little one and all these little things that come out like mini Xmas trees. Oh, that's cool. I wonder if it's the pulsing zinnia. It's a pain in the arse, but helps the repay. Yeah. And I was looking into it. There's only like a handful of people that are actually legally allowed to pick coral out of the reef. and it's very difficult to get a license for that. But I don't know. I don't live there. Craig would be more knowledgeable. And yes, you keep hearing more things about it. It's just bleaching, which is another kind of like contract because the oceans are acidifying and they're warming up or cooling down, and corals are dying in the ocean. So maybe it is a good thing that we're bringing them in aquariums to hopefully further propagate them and keep them going um, alive. But also, the amount of corals that get brought in and just die in people's tanks, like it's happened to me. That bird's nest that I was featuring in the new video I posted, the SPS coral, the big branchy one, um, dead today. So that sucked. It's all white. Just white stalks, white branches, no polyps on it. But that's why aquaculture is so important. And being able to propagate them in farms and keep generations of corals going. Like, I know there's some strains of corals that have been going on for 20 years here in America. And like those are super OG strains. Those you can't like misplace them. But still, there's a lot of the import chop shop mentality where they just kind of bring corals in, chop them up into these little frags, and sell them. And a lot of these corals don't do well because of that. That's too much of a stress factor. They get taken from the reef, shipped in a dark plastic bag for 2 days, put in a brand new system with other corals that might be contaminated with other diseases, bacterias, just pests in general, like flatworms and stuff. And then they get chopped up in the little bits for money. And that's like what it's come to now. It's like all for money. And when you go look at these coral websites, it's stupid the amount these little 1-inch frags are costing. And they always got this stupid freaking name attached to them. Like it's a weed strain. Yeah, it's definitely not good for the long term. Such a thing as too much plastic. Yes. And the plastic is a big problem. Right? The amount of plastic and just straight up waste we would get from a single coral shipment when I worked at a fish store. And that doesn't include fish. That doesn't include plants. Just corals. And on top of the fish and plants being shipped in plastic bags. Yeah, it's a lot. And doing that like every week at a fish store. How many fish stores are in America? Fuck. There's a lot of importation, and there are some like American farms, but a lot of the stuff that's getting brought in is marine mariculture, is where they have like these beds of coral just out in the ocean, not really like a pristine reef. It's just somewhere where it's relatively shallow and easy to get to. And they'll propagate corals from the wild and they'll propagate them somewhere else in the ocean. And that is actually a fairly low, like, carbon footprint way to do things because you're just taking energy from the sun, you're taking energy, the nutrition from the water, and such and such. But there's also other problems like um, natural predators and grazers in a reef are not in those mariculture beds. There's no tangs going around picking things off in these mariculture beds most of the time. But culturing them in a closed environment, I feel like is the way to go because you're able to completely control the environment. And if you're able to, in a reef tank, you algae doesn't really happen unless you introduce it. So if you're really diligent and you don't introduce any photosynthetics, except for like diatoms, dinos, and cyanobacteria, that stuff just lives everywhere, in my opinion. But like hair algae, I think once they're introduced, once it becomes a problem. Lost a 5 package. It's 500 crystals. It was found. Thank God. Good. Let's address some. Huh. Well, I think we made it long enough. 2 hours. Appreciate y'all sticking out this long. Sorry I didn't really have a topic. Maybe next time I'll try to get a couple guests up here. Some friends, some people talk with us. But other than that, you guys have a good night. I'll see you later. Peace out. Boom. Yeah, end broadcast.